Hey everyone, it's Thomas Thorne with another Tough Truth. As always, I am in association with Broken Rose Entertainment, and I encourage you guys to visit their subscriptions and see what kind of craziness they're getting into. I think that they just did a tasting for an Oreo ball or something like that. I really have never heard of it, So I encourage you guys to explore those channels and see what kind of madness is going on. As for right now, I thought I would talk about a subject that is kind of foreign to me personally, but may not be so foreign to you. And that would be the topic of the L word and relationships, really. So the first truth that I would like to say is love is love, I don't really understand why everybody's so judgmental of how others express themselves in a loving way. Does it really bother you that much that there are homosexuals in the world, or that there are maybe open relationships, or that there's arranged marriages, or I don't know what other kinds there are, aside from, some that are a little bit creepier, like incest and stuff like that. Does it really matter to you guys? I mean, does it really matter how somebody expresses themselves? Because at the end of the day, we all deserve to be loved. We all deserve to be accepted. And it really doesn't matter what somebody else thinks, as long as you're happy with who you are. And you know what? And I'll tell you right now, I think some of the happiest homes, where children live, and even in adult houses, really, I think some of the happiest homes aren't the man, wife, child, perfect family type deal. That kind of goes into different types of families, blended and single unit families and all the like, which I might do a video on later. We'll see. So that was the L word. And I really do hope that if you haven't found somebody yet who you could love, I hope you find them. I really do, because it's not fair to be lonely or to be left without, because whatever the case may be, and I don't know, maybe I'm being a little anti-community, or I don't know, but screw them, really. What I mean? If somebody makes you happy, it shouldn't matter what anybody else thinks. But that's just a tough truth. Now, I did bring up relationships, which again might be not so foreign to you, but is completely foreign to me. In my life, I've had, how many? Not enough, really. Maybe 2. And they never lasted longer than 3 months, if that. And of course, a few other crushes, but they never count, really. And sometimes I hate them all, really. Because whenever I'm there and I see all these couples walking around, I'm sitting there kind of thinking, well, what's wrong with me? Why don't I deserve to be with somebody? Well, again, you do. I do. It's not fair to be lonely, to be without, I guess is the right way of putting it. So, I don't know if I should be saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway, because, well, why not? I mean, you know, it's a little secret, but right now there's a particular person in my life who is so important to me that I'm bending over backwards in the feelings department for that person. This person, who's going to remain nameless, okay, because it's not 100% or anything like that. We're working towards something, you know, one day at a time. You know, this person is so incredibly important to me. You know, when I wake up in the morning, that person is the first thing that's on my mind. Like, I check my phone to see if that person texted me, or if not, then I'll text that person. And during the day when I'm at work, I think of them so often, you know, and it's weird because you never know how one person, how they just reach out. The fact that they are there every time, that they care. That's more important than I would say any other quality. The fact that they are there and they give a shit. So, to my favorite person, who I know is going to see this. One, I hope that you didn't get too embarrassed by this. Two, you already know how I feel about you, because I tell you often, because personally I don't believe in not telling somebody what they mean to you. Good train of thought, by the way. You really ought to be doing that too once you get into a relationship. And even if you're still in one, you need to say it all the time, because you never know when your final word to them will be, you know. And just before, actually, I had a good friend of mine, just got into a relationship with somebody, and that was a bit of a situation there. I guess he was not ready for it, but she was, the whole 9 yards. I'm a little melancholy about it. That, don't get me wrong, I'm excited for them, I really am, but at the same time, my situation with this person, it's not like I can go out and scream from the rooftops that I'm committed to this person. I mean, I am, don't get me wrong. Believe me, there's nobody else in the world that could ever hold a candle to this person. But it doesn't change the fact that I will probably never be able to openly express it. Which is why I went back to the original message about how it is important that as long as you're happy with that person, as long as they make you feel good, wanted, desired, loved, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. And that is something that I'm learning as I go, as I move on through the day. So, to my favorite person, you know how I feel about you. And I hope that soon you and I can be legit. And yeah. Anyway, so yeah, mushy nonsense like that is good. So, if anything, I hope you guys remember from this video that you deserve to be loved. You deserve to be You deserve to be told that, at least in somebody's eyes, that you are the most important person in their lives. Without you, their day just won't be fulfilled. And if that is not being done, there's something wrong with your relationship. Because relationships, I don't care what kind they are, they should always bring out the best in you, no matter what. And if you're not, and then if your best is not being brought out, like I said, something's wrong. Anyway, so yeah, thank you for watching, and this is Thomas Thorne with The Tough Truth. Next week, I'm hoping to do something, I don't know, maybe more funny, I don't know. Like I said, go ahead and drop me a comment if you want me to ever do a rant on somebody. I do plan on doing a rant or two, or an imitation of somebody. I do some good impersonations and stuff. Or if you just want me to do a video about another thing, whatever. Alright, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, whatever, and see you next week.